She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
That girl is looking at me.
She's just looking at anyone whose glass is empty, Marty. That's all.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me, like, hard. Now, I saw it.
Marty, you're imagining things. Oh, wait a second.
You see that, right? She's looking right at us with those big, black, weird squirrel eyes.
Okay, Marty, don't panic. Just look elsewhere and walk away slowly.
Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little squirrel girl. Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, Look, fellas at the station are talking, All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty. Come to Daddy, darling. Come to Daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touché. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
The old hawk looks like shit if you ask me.
Just like looking into the mirror. 2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive,
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant. Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
Ugh, my name is not Bojack. I'd tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack. Tell me, Hey Breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir, but she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen. woman with Ibn. I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
The memories are returning.
Geez, just spare me the dirty details. Geez, just...
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Just try to act normal, as much as you can.
Yup, that's him. The big rat in the flesh.
Well, it looks like this unpleasant conversation can't be avoided. Just try to act normal.
Yup.
Well, just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is, he is...
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint, the usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service. I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else? Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive her, detective. Olivia's a real firecracker. Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet. How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny, huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Do you really think we're that stupid?
What? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
You're evasive and try to make us believe you don't care about the threats. But from my experience, that kind of behavior has guilt stamped all over it.
Yeah, I don't have to listen to this anymore. I hope you don't take offense, but get the hell out of the club while I'm asking nicely.
Easy, Wessler. Let's talk about something else.
I'd be very happy about that.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush. Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies, or insane fans. Psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe.
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
I get it. Would you be willing to testify at the station?
You're joking, right?
Maybe I can get you an invitation. Believe me, you'd love it. The coffee's good, but the chairs are kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, you have a peculiar sense of humor. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Eben will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance. Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination. I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. So this is where the magic happens, right? The big transformation.
Every woman needs a little magic, and every man needs some illusion.
You're right there, Angel. So this is where the... You're right. You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Light is the brother of darkness.
More like its lover, don't you think? Anyway, I thought I hired a detective, not a poet.
I'm not a poet, Natasha. Just a fool.
Oh, what an act.
Light.
Oh.
woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination. This woman...
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure. Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger. That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
The picture on the wall is quite daring.
Only if you knew how old I was at the time.
I think I'm on a slippery slope here.
Come on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me. What can you tell me about Ibn Wessler?
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
How much do you know about Ibn's business dealings?
More than most wives do. About as much as lovers would, but not that much. I see what I see, but I choose not to pay attention.
Maybe that's smart of you, maybe it's the opposite. In any case, you get the Clawville tone.
What do you mean?
Well, I've worked in a lot of cities and a lot of countries, ma'am. But the art of beating around the bush is masterful here. And you're a true artist.
I take that as a compliment, Mr. Featherland.
It was meant to be one, Miss Katsenko. Don't you see a correlation between your partner's activity and the threats?
That's a disappointing cop-like question.
I am a cop.
Yes, but you're different. You're too rough on the outside and too vulnerable on the inside for a regular cop.
Am I that transparent?
A little bit. My eyesight's better than most.
Seriously, Natasha, don't you worry about the possibility of a connection?
Of course I worry about it. I'm not stupid. Those who are clever learn to fear. I learned at a young age, before I even had the chance to live.
Gee, well, thank you for your honesty. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty. I suggest you lie low.
What do you mean by that?
Until this matter blows over. Maybe you could put aside your ego and hide in Wessler's mansion.
Do you think I'm doing all this because of my ego?
Aren't you?
On the contrary, if I hid, I would give whoever wrote those messages what they want. And I'd let my fans down.
Well, that's vanity speaking.
You misunderstand me, Sonny.
Maybe I do. I could say I half understood you, but I think that would be an overstatement. How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well...
Just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat. No pun intended.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cock-a-doodling, so you can put aside the strutting stuff while you're talking to me.
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue. Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
This woman's... Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work, too. But I promise that next time we meet, I'll bring you
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny, but if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
You're a real angel. So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. Why did you name it the Tsar-club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
Do you feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way, yes, I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Eben sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm
really.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want, chickens?
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy. What a lovely...
It's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else? You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Gutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Fetherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Look, Olivia.
Please, Marty, there's no need.
Yes, there is. I know I wasn't a gentleman, and I know I should have called you, but I was young and...
You don't have to explain. I wasn't waiting long for your call. I forgot about it fast.
That's good to hear, I suppose.
I'm sorry we disturbed you.
Not at all. Have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Listen, pal.
Did I stutter, chick?
Listen, pal. Maybe if,
Did I stutter, chicken? Get lost.
Creepy little squirrel girl.
Hey, Big Nose, where did Mr. Wessler go?
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face, but I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of
Anything else, dear sirs?
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Philmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey!
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be. We stepped into it, didn't we?
That's an understatement. All of these names?
Belong to the upper crust. Yeah, I noticed.
It's only some sex cult, if you're lucky.
Don't even go there, Marty.
Yeah, all right.
Take care of yourself, old bird.
You're one to talk.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and, if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a complicated evening.
Sure. Complicated.
So soon? That was fast. Almost a record.
Sorry, Mon. We're just here for a little, info.
When are you not here for that, boys? How about wish me a happy birthday for a change?
What? Is it your birthday today?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Marty. You know exactly when it is. We've talked about it a dozen times.
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
So, could you help us with this and that?
Of course, boys, but be quick about it. I'm in over my head with paperwork and blood boils breathing down my neck.
We'll be quick like a hurricane.